Devara Part 1.
I didn't know it was a part 1.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Ooh, she's a long one.
We're running a little late today.
This is Bollywood.
Yeah, it's an Indian movie.
Same actors and director as well? Or
I don't remember.
RRR?
Yeah, all I know is it's got the same main dude from RRR, and we watched the trailer this morning, and it looks vicious.
It looks
and
awesome. It looks a lot like RRR.
And kick ass.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great movie.
I love that movie. And I just want to fucking see it.
We have not seen it since...
No, I haven't seen it. Well, there's a huge problem with my Blu-ray. Otherwise, I would have watched it.
Oh, okay.
It was like a bootleg Blu-ray, therefore...
Oh, yeah.
The audio was off, huge, and then it looped.
Yeah.
So we lost huge parts of it.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it was such a weird Blu-ray. Like, someone fucked that up hard.
Big time, and then it got
But that was basically our first movie video.
Of all the
whole channel, so. But, and I think we gave it 9s, so.
We did. It's a fucking amazing movie, and if it's anything like... this is anything like that, it's going to be probably a 9. I'm having it's getting at least an 8, probably.
It looked awesome.
It's going to be.
He rides a shark and whoops on
dude. It's just, it's one of those over the top, but like you're there for that kind of thing. It knows that it is, and it just leans into it, and it's fun. So yeah, I think.
We're running a little late, so that's why we're recording on the highway here. We're going down to Burnsville, Minnesota, to another theater we've never been to. We're gonna go to Edina, but
theaters
we're up till fucking 4 in the morning.
Oh my god,
rocking out.
We were,
and then we woke up. I actually woke up right as the other movie in Edina would have been starting. So,
oh geez,
I was like, okay, can't make that one.
Can't do that one. Yeah, I think it was like 11:30.
And this is the other thing about this. It's gonna be subtitles, and this is super limited run too. This is only in like 3 theaters in this whole area also.
Wow. Yeah.
And
is it early? Or is it just
I think it came out last week, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I think we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, all right. We will see you
wish us some luck, because I keep seeing the camera
it's fine.
from hitting all these bumps.
Barely.
But all right. Yeah, I think that'll do. See yous. Well, I'll tell you this. That theater is like ornate.
It's amazing. You guys,
it reminds me of like
Burnsville,
a Batman movie or something.
Cinemas is the name of this.
That's what I said when we sat down to watch the movie. I was like,
holy cow.
I was like, fucking thank God it's not AMC. I'm so fucking sick of AMC.
Totally. And seeing what's her name's face.
Nicole Kidman every time.
Single time.
And then the movies we saw yesterday were at AMC.
Yeah.
And they added another part. So there's like this guy and a girl doing movie stuff.
Doing the dance thing and
and then they added another thing, right? About the Wicked Witch of the West one with Jeff Goldblum narrating.
Yeah. So, they took snippets of that and made
and they made another one, and then they still had Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
So they're just making that the intro sit down
so fucking
and watch. Oh, I'm gonna go to AMC. You got to watch fucking like 30 minutes of shit now. It's ridiculous.
Not here.
Yeah. Here's some footage of me showing the inside of the place. Dun 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 dun. Look at this movie theater. It is beautiful. Ding, 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 ding. Wow. Never been here before. The gods. Ding, ding, ding. What a beautiful theater. It's amazing. Dream loungers, too. And we're back.
yeah. So, I love this place. I didn't know it existed. Like you guys got to see the interior.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really big.
Floors in a theater.
There's like that. Yeah, you go down one hallway, and I was like, okay, this is a long motherfucking hallway.
It goes.
You come around the corner, there's like 6 more theaters going down another hallway.
It's
like, holy shit.
It's massive. So.
Anyway, about the movie.
Yeah.
I had fun. That was great.
This is
great.
epic. This is massive.
It's so fucking epic. This main guy, which I was saying it wrong, it's Devara.
Or Devara.
Devara. There you go, yeah. Devara. 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 He is got to be like their Superman or something in India.
Oh, in terms of like as an actor or like the mythology,
just the character.
Like
he's like so invincible.
It's
insane.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of over the top. This movie knows
cool.
it's over the top.
Yes, it does.
And you better be ready for over the top because this shit is just outrageous.
It's awesome.
It's fun.
I was having a fucking good time of just craziness. This guy is so fucking powerful.
You know the term "jump the shark"? Well,
I know, he literally is on a shark.
He rides a shark
and jumps out of the water on it.
It's so great. Oh man. But okay,
it's amazing.
This is a it doesn't feel long, but it's a long movie. And it definitely it's multi-generational.
Yes.
So it's like a story told over a very long period of time, like 12 years, I think, right?
I think that's the synopsis of it.
Yeah, and it's there's a lot of weird scenes that don't.
It's fucking weird. It's a weird movie.
It is.
It breaks 3 different times, 2 or 3. I thought it was 3. It just like breaks down into a music video with like lyrics.
Oh yeah, and just like RRR. Where they just have the dance party and it's like a whole bunch of people and they're doing all these crazy.
Even it was like a love song between a girl. It was like a music video, but like with Aaliyah. That's what it looked like.
Literally was.
It's like weird.
It was fucking.
What a weird
crazy
thing to like throw in like randomly too. And it was like at a random time. I was like, what?
Like in that resolution never came. Like
no, it's for part 2.
Oh, that's right.
There's a part 2 coming.
Fucking 6 hours of movie? Come on!
It was 2 hours.
I'll sign up for it, man.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'll watch that shit for sure. Especially
I hope it comes here somewhere.
Great theater.
I hope it comes here.
That'd be amazing.
We were the only ones in there.
Yep. We had full range of everything.
The one thing I'll say about this theater is that was so fucking loud.
It was.
That was like the loudest movie I think I've ever seen.
There was a trailer that had this thrashy sound like guitar shit. And I was like, well, the earbuds are going in, boom, noise cancellation. Oh my god, I hope I don't have to wear these for the whole fucking movie, because fuck that.
Well, I should have, because my ears are kind of ringing a couple times.
Yeah, it didn't feel
well, there's the soundtrack in this is phenomenal. I was like, it's all like, it's like just catchy, like
spaciously huge.
Yeah, and bombastic, and it makes everything seem so fucking epic. It's like
it must be 2 people talking on the shore about some important thing, and it's like,
but you're like into
it, like, because it keeps. It's like it doesn't know when to not build up. You're building up to these scenes.
That's awesome.
Very rarely in this movie is there no music. Just a couple scenes where you're like, oh, or every now and then they'll like a 2-second thing where it's like, oh, just people talking, and then the music starts to creep in.
There's a lot of fucking there's a ton of music that has like really good beats, and I was like, I was just like, dude, I don't know, I got into it.
It's so crazy. Whoever's doing these movies really knows who
these
for.
These are.
I don't know if it's cultural.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
but
just what's going on in that movie.
Oh my
god. The story, there's twists, there's turns, there's all kinds of shit. It's like
it was kind of starting to get to be like convolutedly long, though.
I didn't feel that way.
I just felt like it's like, there's all these side characters and stuff, and like they're doing their own thing. I got fucked up, and I'm like, who are we following here?
Halfway through, the whole thing changes, and then it's all new characters, which is like not all new,
but it's the next generation, all grown up,
but still all the old characters.
Yes.
It literally adds like 5 new characters or 6 new characters, and you're like, oh shit.
Well,
it took me a while to acclimate to their names.
It's still hard.
Because they'll be talking about someone, and I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah.
Cena and whatever else. And what's that one girl's name? Thampa or Thampa?
Thampa.
Yeah, Thampa. Like, I don't know. It was cool. It was quirky, and it
had
cute
funny
at times,
moments,
and it was
cute
fun.
stuff in it. But it was mostly. I mean, this is kind of a
I laughed
movie.
a lot of times. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gory as fuck.
Blood all over the place. Like always, there's just blood.
This guy's thing is, if he doesn't kill you, he carves an X on your back.
Big fucking X, like the whole fucking back.
And if you don't bleed out, then you get to live.
Yeah, good for you, I think. But everyone will know
that you're
a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. So don't fuck around.
He's almost like Batman.
It's so
He is like Batman.
He's the Batman of the sea. This is a very it's like a sea-based culture, like these 4 villages that are.
What did you think about the pacing?
I think it was okay.
I thought it was
I wasn't
good.
Too.
I could tell you were thinking it was a bit long in the tooth there.
At times. I just. Yeah,
it's a long movie.
It
literally is.
I don't know what I would cut out.
I don't think it felt long because I was into it.
Yeah.
And then they do this douchey thing. They're like,
it can't feel long when it's
like everything blows up.
Like there's
jumping sharks and shit. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
It is. In the beginning, they show some really bad CGI, and I'm like, oh, is this the?
There's some.
I think it was. Oh man, it looked like it was from like 90s levels of.
Yeah, there's some of that on the sea.
Yeah, and it's so most of it's good, but there's some of it where you're like, they just didn't have time or budget or whatever, or didn't care, or it's like stylized to look like that, and I think that
a lot of scenes where he's like diving, and you're like, he's like a fucking missile.
It's so fucking stupid looking, but you're like, yes, go get him!
He jumps off.
He's like, wee!
He jumps off like this boat that has like 50-foot fucking sides. He jumps off it, and he lands on his boat like in a Captain Morgan.
Dude,
that's how he lands. Like
that guy who's
like,
just like,
yeah,
you know, it's fucking.
It was awesome.
There is a lot.
That's what I loved about it. I was like,
really long,
fuck yeah,
power poses in this.
Yes.
Everyone's always just like.
Him especially, because he's the most dignified fucking thing that ever existed.
Yeah,
he's like I said, he's like Batman, but also like.
So everybody loves him. He wins all the tournaments that they have.
Everything.
He doesn't he's perfect.
He's like Superman. He doesn't tell a lie. He's got fucking X-ray vision.
See, I was gonna say he knows what you're wearing.
Yes, exactly.
No, but and so like the whole village is in love with him and whatever, and then some shit goes whatever. We won't get into spoilers yet, but it's a multi-generational thing.
There's this crazy ambush, and this guy kills like 60 people in one action.
Shit,
one scene.
Yeah, that was just.
And he's wasted. He got drunk at a party.
He's like trying to pass out on the shore, and he's like, and then
ambush,
an assassination attempt on him, and he's like, oh whatever, I'll just fuck.
But he's like ultimately perfect in every possible way. He's the most morally just person that ever existed.
Yeah.
And to comical effect, you're like, oh my god.
I know what his next move is.
I look at him. I was like, well, there's a lot of things. Like he's like, well, now that so and so's dead, we're taking care of you because you're family. Yep. And we're like, okay. And he's like, he's
so good. It's like
he's like ultimately
his
humanitarian efforts are so like legitimately overwhelming.
It's like
to me, I was like, oh my god.
I didn't want to be in your family, but I guess I am now, and I'm not gonna fight you over it.
He gets all this money to give to Pedro.
He does.
He's like,
people die. He's like, here's a bunch of money. Like he has tons of fucking money to it. Like,
it's
this guy is amazing.
Yeah.
I want to date him. He's the fucking man.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I was surprised the other guy. So the guy in RRR, the other main character, whatever, was he in this for a second?
He has a small part.
Was he in the Jeep that?
No, that was another character that was in RRR.
Oh, okay.
The guy you're talking about was at the beginning. He was with that cop dude.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
almost 2 years since he wasn't in this more.
Yeah.
Because he is also another
awesome martial artist.
Ridiculous actor.
The main guy
for sure.
Who plays Devara.
Who is this guy?
Devara.
He's got to be the biggest fucking Bollywood star there is.
He has to
You can't be.
He's like, he's a ridiculous dancer. Like,
he's so athletic and so good at acting at the same time.
He's great at acting.
He's just fucking awesome. So it's like
this movie was subtitled, and there was a portion in the first 5 minutes though.
Yeah.
That it caught me off guard because it was, you hear people talking in English. Full English.
And then it's still...
And they dub over...
Yeah.
They dub over
the
Indian. Sorry, I don't know what language it is. Hindi. Okay.
Hindi.
They throw that right on it, dubbed over, and they still have subtitles.
Yeah.
So you're hearing English with Hindi over it, and you're reading subtitles, and it was like, oh,
they'll say stuff, and then like a huge section in the middle is English. And I'm like, is that normal?
I think
no, they will do that once in a while.
I heard it a bunch.
You know,
but it's because tiger is still tiger. They're like words that we use from them.
Yeah, but wouldn't... Oh, I
get it?
Suppose. But like, I feel like they were, you know, when they do names, that's one thing. But like, I feel like certain phrases and stuff were English.
Yeah,
it kind of threw me off.
It's a bunch of stuff that they borrowed from us the same way we borrow from them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or whatever, you know.
Yeah. But it was pretty wow. So, you know,
punchy.
It is. I think
there's this one point where it's just like
sassy too. It's got a lot. It's got a bunch of fucking weird ingredients in it.
You know what this
like,
remind me of?
Recipe for
this
awesome.
To me was like a fucking kung fu movie.
Oh, totally.
Like straight up, like along with the like you know, like Jackie Chan just being funny.
Some comedy in there.
He's a whoop ass, but he's also fun and funny.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's serious because there's revenge motivations and all kinds of shit
going on. Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's great. I had a fucking blast.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I had a blast.
Acting was great. Cinematography was great. The soundtrack was fucking epic. Like,
that was amazing. That just got my blood going the whole time.
Covered everything. Yeah. The villain is kind of...
I liked him, then I hated him, then I liked him, then I permanently hated him.
Like as a character or as a...
No, as the character.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of see where this guy's come from. Well, he's kind of douchey, and I was like, no, he's kind of right.
No, he's a real...
He's kind of right, and then I pivoted when something happened. I'm like, okay,
he's
just shit.
Fuck
you. I hope you get yours.
But yeah, so it does have a solid villain. He does have realistic motivations to a degree.
At a certain point, the villain kind of has to check out for a while, and all his underlings become the main villains, like
people he's
been
training
or whatever.
for 12 years to kill Superman.
No spoilers.
Whatever.
So yeah,
I think we could probably rate this up to
so I was in between an 8 and a 9.
I'm gonna stick the landing with an 8, actually.
8 skis.
Not a 9. I think that this movie,
I could tell, because you're kind of like, oh god, it's too long. I think for you.
So long. It's just.
I'm gonna say a 9 because I was actually sitting up straight, like, what's gonna happen next? I actually bought popcorn and I ate most of it.
Yeah,
and I hate popcorn, but I was just like, just watching. I was super into it.
I feel like it's missing. It's there, but it's not as intense. That whole.
I think it's right
the
on
heart that RRR has.
I think it's right. Even keel with RRR.
That's fair. I really feel like the camaraderie, the brotherhoodness in that one, and the
there's
sister,
a little bit
brother,
of it lost here.
Trying to rescue her. That the camaraderie and all that, it was really intense in RR, and I think this just doesn't quite. It's really close though.
I like the story better in this one. That's my thing.
The story is just I don't
feel it's convoluted.
I don't know
at all, because I pieced it all together in my head as it went. I'm like, okay.
Because here's the thing: there's all these other side things, like all the girls and all that. But I was gonna say nothing's resolved in any of those side
where they're going,
but they will be.
Like,
yeah,
right.
You're right. Maybe
like,
if we watch the second one, this one will come up a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's possible.
Well, let's do spoilers.
Okay. So an 8 and a 9. Oh wow. Where do they begin?
They do this. They do this
so many steps in the plot because it's such a goddamn long.
We get to halfway, and I saw these sickles start to form words. And I was like, no shit, that really didn't feel like 3 hours, but it was only halfway.
Like, intermission.
And it said intermission. I was like, well, maybe I should go piss. And then it was like, bam, right back
next
to the movie.
scene. Yeah.
I was like, you assholes, don't even say intermission.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, they basically told you where the halfway point is. And
then exactly.
Hold your piss.
But so what happens is,
oh my god.
I'm going to give you the quick rundown in like 5 sentences.
Okay.
This dude and his crew, all these 4 villages, they get together and they
come
rob
from this warrior culture.
Yeah, they rob these boats that come across their Red Sea.
Yep.
They rob the boats and they sell it to this specific guy,
Yep.
And it funds their whole village. And they get tons of money.
Usually, so then they find out that, oh shit, because they don't know what's in it.
There are guns and bombs and explosives.
And all kinds of shit. And then they get used on the village people, those weapons, right? And then that's when Superman is like, we're not doing that anymore. Yeah, Devara.
And then he shuts the fucking whole operation down and says, if anyone fucking does anything like this...
Because he's so badass that everyone's like, whatever you say, man. Yeah, like, because
his line is, if Devara orders it, you're ordered.
Something like that.
It happens. I forgot what the line was.
Yeah, because basically he's their greatest warrior. He's like a king to them, but he's not a leader.
He's the biggest. All 4 villages have their leader,
their champions,
and he's like the one that's can whoop them all.
Yeah, they have these tournaments to see which one is
gets the special weapons or whatever. Anyway, so what happens is he says, "Yeah, we're not doing this anymore," and he pushes the fucking shit off the cliff. And then
fucking ridiculous.
Basically. Time goes by, like a couple years, and no one's been going and stealing these shipments.
Just not.
So they're like, we're just fishers now.
Yeah,
and everyone's like greedy for this money that this guy was giving them. So they all hatch a plan to kill him.
Yeah.
So he marries his buddy's fucking sister, and they set up this fucking ambush to kill him.
Yeah,
and
at the wedding, just make sure he gets fucking really wasted.
And they talk him into it because he's kind of has pride too. He's like, well, you're just showing up? We've already drank 3 fucking bottles each of booze.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just do it.
And he just drinks 3 bottles right in a row.
And then he does a dance scene, of course.
Yep.
Because he's fucking amazing.
Because he's the best ever.
He's fucking amazing.
And he's got the most charm. And he's handsome as fuck, too.
He is. He's a
I am not into guys, but holy shit.
No, it's
he's
just,
like...
It makes me feel really insecure.
He's like a cuddly guy, though. You're just like... He's like... I don't know, man.
He's not like super muscular, but he is at the same time. It's weird.
Huge.
He's not like, but
he's really ripped.
He's stocky.
And then they're like, hey, Devara, some people, because of the wedding, they're gonna go steal shit from his
you're
boat.
up here. So
he goes down, and then he passes out.
Yeah.
And what happens is
murder him.
50 dudes come out of the fucking
woodwork, out of the sea, out of the mud, out of the sand,
out of
every orifice in the fucking
out of pillars because he's painted like a pillar. Comes out of pillars.
Whoa!
And they go to kill him.
Dedication.
And he literally kills all of them.
He murders them
like in a horrible murder way.
Fucking awful. He's like, oh fuck.
There's so many cool fucking things. He's got this sword.
The choreography.
It's amazing.
Is so fucking
he's got this sword and he kills a dude and then he throws it
with the guy on the end of it.
Well, that happens, but he throws it behind him
it bounces off.
It bounces off the concrete and he catches it with this hand so he stabs someone.
He's just switching hands.
But his main blade is he's got this fucking sickle thing.
It's like a weird.
It can go.
Yeah, so he can punch
He locks it around people's arms and throws them.
Oh yeah,
there's a fucking. Were you watching during that scene? People were flying, and then I started noticing that limbs were part of it.
Oh yeah,
there was arms flying with
body parts,
and I was like,
over.
"Oh shit!"
Yeah, he's just
this is definitely a rated R movie.
It's so
for
gruesome.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking gruesome shit.
What happens that you don't learn till the very fucking end of the movie?
Yeah,
the very end.
The biggest plot twist
is that he dies in that battle.
Yeah, he doesn't. No, he died. His son kills him.
I think he was super wounded.
And he just made him.
Is that what happened? I don't think his son killed him. I think he killed himself.
Why?
Because his kid was crying. I don't know why.
He felt bad or something.
I'm not sure.
So
maybe.
So
Part
you don't
2
know
is gonna wrap this up. I think.
Yeah.
But so he leaves all the fucking bodies on the beach, and then
no, he builds like a fucking.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't. His son does.
I don't think his son did all
He
that.
said that. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I took over. He wrote the message on the rock.
He did
all that stuff. So he made it look like his dad did it. And
then his dad's going to leave, and then I'm going to fucking patrol the seas.
Come back.
If you come back out on the sea, I'm going to kill you.
You're doing that shit again. You're stealing.
But his dad's dead. You don't know that. So you actually
nobody knows that.
Devara's out in the fucking wild.
All the villages are terrified. They're like, he could be out there. He could, don't fucking do that. Go fishing.
Right? Immediately after is the intermission, and then it starts like a whole nother chapter where it's 12 years later, and his son is grown up 12 years.
Same actor, by the way.
It's the same actor. It's kind of weird.
They just cut his hair a little different.
Yeah, at first we're like, huh, and he wears he wears more like poppy shirts.
Yeah, he looks like he's more of
Devara before would wear just straight up robes.
Yep.
But yeah, so then you start learning all these new characters and all this shit, and then a bunch of shit happens.
There's so many people are so sad that he's gone, and his mom is sick because she misses him and all this stuff. But he's been.
I think I gotta turn over because I think that the sun's actually making it down.
Sorry.
So no worries.
But
just gotta turn. I'm gonna cock over here.
Good. Cocking it. And then. I mean, fuck. So everyone, the main rival.
But all of the fucking 4 villages leaders all have kids now.
Yes.
And they're all the new characters, like the daughter and
even though they're still in it, the elders.
I want to do this number, I think.
And I think so. It's really weird. It's almost like a betrayal because one of the leaders of the other village is the main villain, and he's a badass too.
Yes.
He's not quite as awesome. He's pretty close though. But like they used to be friends and everything, and he's like, no, we still need the money. Like we're gonna keep doing that shit. And so that's where the
dude who was like, I like this guy because it's kind of sucky, but I guess I was like, I don't know. And then he just flipped on me, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he goes.
It was basically
rogue and bullshit.
Yeah,
he just gets evil.
And he starts training this group of children to hunt and kill Devara.
Yeah,
or that's at the end of the first chapter.
Yeah,
and then when it shows them, then it's all these new characters. Like what, fucking 15, 20 soldier dudes.
It shows. Like some of the new characters were kids in the first half.
Correct. Yep.
And then now there's different actors, but they're all grown up and they're all like,
One thing to say about this movie is every
huge
fucking people, like every single person in this whole movie is jacked like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. There's no
Holy
little
shit.
people. Even the smallest guy is like way bigger than both of us put together.
I know. Times 3.
It's really weird.
Holy shit.
I mean, they must have tough, vigorous lives living in
really
these
cool though,
villages.
because it's so much of them just beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah,
and
it's weird. There are no guns in this until basically towar's
the very end.
Right, and even then, it's like they're totally useless against Superman.
Everyone knows that you don't shoot guns into water. They're like, he's here, he's got to be here. They all waste all their
ammo, and you're like, what are you doing, guys?
And then that end part's crazy when he jumps on the shark and everything.
Ridiculous.
It was sweet though.
It was.
Yeah.
There's so many weird like scenes of him flying through the air in these poses and
shit.
He literally does. He's like
Superman.
like he's in the ocean and there's these waves and he'll fly out of the and then back into the waves. It's like, why are you?
He's the best swimmer
dolphin
of all time.
And
then
ridiculous.
On top of this, he fucking oh my god. What was I gonna say? Even I forgot. Okay, keep going
through the waves and what were I don't know.
I forgot.
There's
he can hold his breath for 30 minutes.
Easy.
He's underwater and exert himself the whole time. He goes underwater and he chops up like.
That's a long scene.
He only comes out like one time to ride a shark just to be a badass.
Yep.
And he like
show you that he can.
And he whoops on all these guys, and he stays underwater the whole time. Hey, real quick. How they transport those crates, right?
Oh, it's really dumb.
So,
it's so funny.
They get crates.
This is modern day, so they're huge steel
shipping containers.
They're smaller ones that fit inside.
They hang them underneath like these little dinghy boats.
And
then they have people underneath them swimming.
Pushing them up? Or what?
I don't know.
Like to keep them focused?
Because it doesn't matter, because when the guys let go to get air and get everyone busted.
They don't, I don't know why they would.
So why are they down there?
It doesn't make sense.
It's kind of funny.
It's just, there's a lot of little things in there that
I call it quirkiness.
Yeah,
I liked it, but I was like, it's kind of dumb, but I like it.
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of the shit's dumb. How fucking like you can't be that over the top and expect this is
fuck yeah
cartoon levels of fucking badassery.
It's like a cartoon.
It is.
It's like a Jet Li movie at the same time as a Jackie Chan. Like there's a lot of like strings and. Man,
oh my god, the wire foo up the ass.
People get fucking whooped on too.
They do.
At the arena that they have all these fights, like
Oh my God!
People's heads are getting smashed into stone statues so hard.
You know, I feel bad for the pillars. Like
I feel bad for all the stunt actors.
Skulls bashed into them and
dude,
this
guy's got his he's got his legs wrapped around him. This big guy got Devara's son, and he just goes like, and there's a statue on the like right here, and he goes, wham in the head, and then turns around, wham in the head,
like multiple times.
Just keeps rocking his head on that stone. It was amazing. Yep. I loved it.
There's some funny catty scenes with all
bunch
the
of girls
of
that
the
are
village, and they're talking about boys
and marriage
and who they're going to get married to.
And they're just kind of bitching. There's this one character who's like
fucking catty and
it's kind of hilarious though because
it's fun. It's cute. Honestly.
There's this one character, she's Fampa, who's like the hottest girl in the village.
Fucking pretty.
She's really pretty, but she's like all these guys are drooling over her, and because she's ending marriage proposals because they're like, I just want to get with her.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I can't help it if they like this, and she's like hot. Like,
like, well, what do you want me to do about it? I can't.
If you would have seen me like this, she's in a bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Then like he's obviously not fit for your daughter if he's just gonna drool over a girl like me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm gonna like, all they gotta do is wait till I find my man. And then
everyone will get
everyone can start getting married again.
because I gotta go first. Basically.
Yeah, I'm the hottest one. I need the pick of the litter.
Right? She's but it's so weird.
It's so I thought it was funny and cute and stupid.
Oh, it was. But, and then she keeps talking about he does like. She's got a macho man.
Yeah.
So that's in Vara, she's got her eye on him, but
Vara's the son's name.
He's pretending to be
a pussy,
even though he's as badass or worse than his
more
fucking dad. But he doesn't want anyone to know that.
Correct.
And so he's been taking up the mantle of his dad.
Yes.
And doing
thwarting criminals on the sea.
Yeah. And so, but nobody knows that. They think it's his dad. And so he's acting like a pussy.
It's like Superman because he's like, I'm Clark Kent.
It really is.
Boop.
So he's doing and she really likes him. Because she's like, I know he has like his dad's DNA basically.
Exactly.
And then
she hears about him doing something badass. She's like, oh my God.
And she
keeps saying, I'm engorged.
She's saying, I'm about to erupt. It's like, oh my God.
And then it just keeps going back, and then he's like, I don't want to go to him. She's like, oh, he's gonna try to do the tournament.
Yeah, she's just, she's dripping wet at that point.
He's like, no, I just want to talk to him, see if we can negotiate something. She's like, go away. I hate you.
Yeah, you don't
have it.
Yeah. It's so funny, but then it turns out
it was like a Jackie Chan movie. Like
it was. It was.
It was good. But
there is some levity in this. I will give it that.
Quite a bit.
This
at the same time, it's the most serious revenge tale shit going on.
It's not fucking around.
Like that. What's his name? Bard.
Oh yeah, the villain.
Yeah. He is so angry.
He could just move on with life and spare like hundreds of people's lives from the village.
All of his scenes are the most serious, it's rough things ever.
And he's just, anytime he's on screen, you're like, oh God, he's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Because he is. He's a fucking
He's
badass.
tough, and watching him fight, he's badass.
Yeah.
So there's a scene, they're like, okay, whoever wins this tournament, that village gets the weapons this year. Yep. Every year they have a tournament.
Every year they have a tradition.
And everyone's like, well, Devara's
he's here if he participates. Well, I guess we keep the
he chooses who gets the weapons because he'll just give it to him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it ends up the bad guy and him go fucking blow for blow for 10 hours
and hours.
It starts at night. And then it's suddenly
like sun up and the sun's coming up and they're still beating each other.
And they're just all tired.
Yeah, it's the funniest fucking goofy
But that's when I was like camaraderie between them.
Yeah, they were on the same
because they were like they just wanted to fight. And for the sport of it.
It's a weird thing because they get in the beginning they talk about how weapons and warfare were such an important thing for these
their culture.
Villages. That, and that's
we don't need it now.
Right.
Like,
And
we're not at war all the time with the British and all this other stuff.
Right. So they just keep the tradition alive with these like sports and stuff. And so basically, what that means is everybody has warrior blood, and they're all fucking nasty, and
they all train all the time,
killing machines,
and they're all just the biggest,
fucking
buffest
huge,
fucking
and
people.
You're like, holy
and they go on these raids because that's what their civilization has always done. Pirate stuff.
Yep, they're basically.
It's such
pirates.
a weird. That's why I like the movie.
It's really a cool.
I was
concept.
like really into like the universe that they built
and the
up.
lore and the history, because it
shows you a bunch of shit from like 1,000 years ago. And,
it does. Yeah. It's weird too, because this is a story told by one of the characters to a new person who is trying to get in on the weapons business.
He wants.
Right? Is that right?
He's trying to hire someone to fucking. This is nowadays shit.
It's modern, yeah.
And he's trying to hire someone to smuggle some shit off one of these ships. And he talks to one of the village elders who's like, well, you can't do it. He's like, why not? Well, I'm going to have to tell you this story. Yeah. And then this movie happens.
Yeah.
And a couple times.
He's warning this guy, like, don't even fucking think about it.
Devara guy's going to fucking kill you, dude.
Spirits out there, dude.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Like, he still watches this area. But,
it's like a fucking ghost. It's so creepy.
So at the end.
It's so cool, though.
At the end, the cool part, I mean, it's all really cool. Once you find out that Devara is actually Vara,
his son,
kid, and that he's dead.
His dad died, actually.
You fucking, what a weird couple. But
be nice.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up here. What happens is, he goes and he fucking slays all. Well, didn't kill them all, but he X's on their back.
He carves
them up. 30, 40 dudes, throws them all in a boat.
One-handedly. This guy is just like, oh, I'll throw that guy like out of the ocean and into the boat. Like, he's just like,
that throws him in the boat. So there's a big pile of dudes. Then he fucking walks the boat back up the shore.
Yep.
And then the elder dude comes up and he's like, dude, like, basically your secret's safe. What's gonna happen, whatever. And he's like, no, dude, you need to fucking carve an X on my back because I went with, and I'm trying to act like. I'm
trying to be like, my dad's still alive, and he did this, and he did it to me.
If I was Devara, then I would fucking carve an axe to my own son because he was a pirate.
Right.
He did piracy.
Yep.
And that's like in his dad's infinitely honorable.
So
he has to do
I warned you, and you went like, I can't.
But he was pretending to be Devara.
Right. So he asked this guy to carve it, and he's like, I can't do that.
I'm not gonna. You're like my son, basically. I've known you since you're born.
Since you were
the
nothing.
village elder or whatever. Yep. And he's like, fine, fuck it. You won't do it. I'm gonna do it. Shoves the fucking sword
through the boat,
the
blade hole, is sticking out.
And he just walks up to it and goes and carves his own axe.
It's so fucking brutal.
And it's awesome.
It is.
I loved it. I was like, fuck, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
In its own way.
Yeah.
So, but that's most of the spoilers.
I mean, there's a bunch of shit going on, but like, you gotta go see the fucking movie, man.
Yeah, I go see it.
I definitely recommend.
I don't know if it'll play near you. Like, it was barely playing around here.
Yeah, and we were the only ones in there. So.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome having the whole thing.
It was.
Because I was like, I actually got to like yell and shit, like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, we were fuck, man. Oh,
like, shit goes down a lot of times.
Don't you do it? Don't go there. Oh man. So
yeah,
I think that was a fantastic way to spend the afternoon here.
Yeah, now I gotta drive back 2.5 hours and a little more because Burnsville's a lot south.
We're a little
more
bit
south.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive up and see if that's actually a McLaren. It looks like it.
Okay, cool.
So,
well, anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, leave a comment.
Movie. Don't yawn too much.
Don't yawn.
Drink a little caffeine before you go.
You gotta.
Don't pound water before you go. Drink water in the theater.
Yes.
2 hours 45
is a long way to hold your.
And this theater's so big that I went to the bathroom. I was like, fuck, I better go while the fucking trailers were going. And I was like, fuck, I can't go to the bathroom. If I go, I'm going to miss like 5 minutes of the movie because I'm walking.
Just like, what the fuck? So
crazy.
Cool, guys. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
we will catch you in another edition of Vertical Slice.